Welcome to this deep dive into the bold moves of Traore, the young revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso, whose rise to power in 2022 sent shockwaves through the West. In just a short span, he's not only challenged the old order, but is also reshaping the future of the Sahel. Here are 10 key projects and actions under Traore that have rattled Western powers. 1. Expulsion of French troops. Traore's first major move came swiftly. He terminated the military agreement with France and demanded the withdrawal of its troops. For decades, France operated under the guise of anti-terror operations, yet security only worsened. The expulsion reflected a massive shift in national sentiment. The people were tired of external control. Traore's decision wasn't just strategic, it was symbolic. It marked the end of an era of French military dominance in Burkina Faso. 2. Closure of French military base. French military base in Ouagadougou was shut down. This wasn't just logistics, it was geopolitics. That base was a core of French influence, intelligence, and military control in West Africa. By closing it, Traore sent a clear message. Burkina Faso's sovereignty is non-negotiable. Alliance with Russia. With France gone, many expected a power vacuum. Instead, Traore pivoted, not toward another Western ally, but toward Russia. Military cooperation began with the alleged presence of Wagner operatives and Russian advisors. Weapons, training, and political solidarity followed. This eastward turn challenges NATO's sphere of influence and signals a multipolar future for African nations. 4. The Alliance of Sahel States. In a historic move, Traore joined forces with Mali to form the Alliance of Sahel States, a regional military and political bloc born from the frustration of Western interference and ECOWAS pressure. The AES aims to ensure mutual defense, share resources, and resist foreign domination. This alliance is now emerging as a counterweight to both Western coalitions and ECOWAS. 5. Withdrawal from ECOWAS. In early 2024, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger withdrew from ECOWAS, accusing it of acting as a puppet of Western interests. The withdrawal fractured the region's diplomatic landscape and directly undermined Western efforts to isolate these transitional governments. It was a bold rejection of neo-colonial political control. 6. Control over natural resources. If Traore turned his attention to the economy, he began advocating for state control of Burkina Faso's vast gold reserves, many of which were exploited by Western companies. New mining contracts began favoring national interests. Though full nationalization hasn't occurred yet, the shift in policy alarmed Western investors and showed Burkina's intent to reclaim its economic sovereignty. 7. Independent military operations. Traore launched wide-scale military campaigns against jihadists without Western assistance. He recruited tens of thousands of local fighters known as volunteers for the defense of the homeland. This approach emphasized national pride, local knowledge, and community defense, challenging the Western narrative that African nations can't secure themselves without foreign help. Expulsion of French media. France 24 and RFI Clairs in France's media presence in Africa were banned from Burkina Faso. The government accused them of spreading misinformation and serving foreign interests. In their place, state-controlled media and local outlets began shaping national narratives. This was a direct strike against Western soft power and cultural influence. 9. Pan-African revolutionary rhetoric. Traore tapped into the legacy of Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's iconic revolutionary. Through fiery speeches and bold policies, he called for African unity, youth mobilization, and an end to imperialism. Mass rallies and volunteer drives followed. Traore wasn't just fighting insurgents, he was building a new political consciousness, one rooted in self-reliance and African dignity. 10. Proposal for a United Sahelian Army. He has advocated for a single unified army among AES countries. This force would share intelligence, conduct joint operations, and remain independent of any Western command structure. The goal? A self-sustaining African defense mechanism that doesn't rely on NATO, France, or the US. If realized, this could be a game changer in the continent's security architecture. Conclusion. In under 2 years, Ibrahim Traore has reshaped Burkina Faso's alliances, defied powerful institutions, and rekindled the revolutionary spirit of his people. Whether you see him as a liberator or a disruptor, there's no denying his impact. These 10 initiatives are not just political decisions, they are a blueprint for a new kind of African leadership, defiant, sovereign, and unapologetically independent. Thank you for joining this breakdown. The West is watching. Africa is awakening.